Alright, editor, let's see what's going to be for today's review. No, 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 definitely not. Hold on, So it looks like Adele has dropped her comeback album 30 today, and who's better to make a video on this wonderful project other than I?
No.
You know, I don't need your input, bruh. But yeah, go back to the basement, you got a video to edit. But as for everyone else, as you've heard, the popular singer Adele has returned with this more dramatic yet simplistic piece for fans that hopes to signify a new chapter for the artist and a new wave of enjoyment for critics such as myself. With these either mellow and more hip instrumentals or more emotional and heavier spirited sounds that were given alongside some beautiful vocals from Adele, this album is definitely something to behold and I would say is one of my most favorites of the year. So to start off, we're given this simple piano build up into what would seem like a more creative work of what we heard before from Adele with the track Strangers by Nature. I would say this has to be one of my more favorite tracks in the album, seeming like such a simple walk in a park towards this emotional tour de force that keeps me entertained. Her vocals on the track are truly something to behold, making it seem as if it's not even necessary for her to use much instrumentals because her acapella is just as well. If there's one thing I'd like to note though is that there are slight tone shifts throughout this album that could either seem like standout tracks or something that doesn't necessarily need to be on the album, but maybe as a separate single, such as with the song All Night Parking, that takes this more piano and bass heavy sound that I do feel is a nice song, and Adele also works with it pretty well, but I feel like it's a bit off from the other tracks that I've heard with these much more different feelings and topics. But that doesn't discern from the other aspects such as the storytelling that helps reflect on her last couple of years of absence and her growth throughout the time, whether it be in relationships or her personal self. I believe that the song Woman Like Me is a good example of her confidence, which is singing about the foolishness of a man, and how we won't find anyone else like her. It's funny because 10 years ago she had a song that was basically the opposite of this, but now this track is like one of the representations of her growth from that time. But as for the production, I think it's very well done. With the more jazzy and contemporary approach to some of the heavier tracks, it helps to really complement her voice and flows with the listener, which would be me in this instance, or going for just piano on this slower, more acapella sound that I also truly appreciate. And while this isn't the first time I've heard this from a singer's album, especially not Adele's of all people, I still appreciate it because I'm a sucker for those more dramatic pieces that are meant to really allow the singer to shine, such as on the track Hold On, which is a choir and organs that are used heavily to build up the message within a song about perseverance, with everyone coming together in the end to deliver the chorus. As for the features, there's only one, and that's Errol Garner on the track All Night Parking, which as I said before I did enjoy, but I feel like it was somewhat of a lane switch from what we was hearing from the rest of the album, taking a more hip love song approach with Errol hopping on the ad-libs to help complement Adele's singing, which I did enjoy. Overall, I feel like this album was pretty well made. I feel like the only issues I'd have would be that it's not too different from what I've heard before, and that there is a slight track assortment issue that makes it seem a little bit all over, but when it comes to Adele herself alongside the production and features, there were no serious lows on this album. So to put this on the scale, I'm giving this a strong to high 8 out of 10, with this being a nice little comeback for the longtime singer. But how do you guys feel about Adele's latest album? Do you think that she can do any better than this? What's your favorite Adele song? Let me know down in the comments while liking and subscribing. Make sure to follow my IG and Twitter. And if you like the illustrations used in this video, make sure to follow the artist as well because she's dope. Oh yeah, make sure to follow my second channel, Wallows Gaming, for more content outside of music. And on that note, I'll see you on Monday for whatever video I decide to upload. Peace.